What if you could earn nearly 20% APY on your stablecoins without a bank? Sounds incredible, right? Too good to be true? Well, that was the promise of Anchor Protocol, a DeFi lending platform built on the Terra blockchain. At its peak, it was one of the hottest destinations in crypto, attracting billions of dollars in deposits. But then, everything collapsed. Billions vanished. A so-called stablecoin lost its peg, and the entire Terra ecosystem imploded. So, what really happened? How did Anchor work? Why was it so popular? And most importantly, what went wrong? In this video, we're going deep. We'll break down the mechanics behind Anchor Protocol, the red flags that many ignored, and the lessons we can all learn from one of the biggest crashes in DeFi history. Let's get into it. Anchor Protocol was a decentralized savings platform designed to offer high-yield interest on stablecoins, specifically UST, the algorithmic stablecoin of the Terra blockchain. While banks were offering near-zero interest on savings, Anchor promised a jaw-dropping 19 to 20% APY. This wasn't just some fluctuating DeFi yield, this was a fixed, predictable return, which made it incredibly appealing. Think about it, in traditional finance, you'd be lucky to get 0.5% interest on your savings account, maybe 1% if you locked it up for a year. But here comes Anchor, offering 20% on your dollars. It was marketed as the gold standard for DeFi savings, a place where anyone, whether you were a crypto expert or a total beginner, could park their money and watch it grow. And people did. Billions of dollars poured in. Anchor became a massive success. But how is this yield even possible? The answer lies in its model. Anchor had two key participants, depositors and borrowers. Depositors put in their UST and earned interest. Borrowers, on the other hand, took out loans in UST but had to provide collateral in the form of bonded assets like Bluna and Beth. Now here's the important part. Those bonded assets weren't just sitting there, they were staked, and those staking rewards, they were supposed to help fund the interest paid to depositors. In theory, it was a win-win. Borrowers could access liquidity while keeping their staked assets earning yield. Depositors got their juicy 20% APY, and Anchor took a small cut. A perfect system, right? Well, not exactly. The first problem was sustainability. The high yield wasn't purely coming from borrower interest and staking rewards, it was being subsidized. To keep depositors happy, Anchor had a yield reserve that topped up any shortfalls. When borrowing demand was high, the system worked. But when borrowing slowed down, the yield reserve started draining. And when you're promising 20% APY to depositors, millions of dollars are going out every single day. Anchor's reserve was bleeding. And this was happening while more and more people were depositing their UST, expecting those high returns. It was a ticking time bomb. But the real disaster came when Terra's algorithmic stablecoin, UST, lost its peg. Because here's the thing, Anchor's entire model relied on UST being stable. If UST lost its $1 value, everything collapsed. And that's exactly what happened in May 2022. A series of events triggered a liquidity crisis, confidence in UST plummeted, and the peg broke. Suddenly, UST was worth 0.90, then 0.80, then 0.50. Panic spread. Depositors rushed to withdraw their funds, but there weren't enough reserves to cover the outflows, and as UST spiraled downward, Anchor crumbled. Within days, billions were wiped out. It was one of the most dramatic collapses in crypto history. So what can we learn from this? First, high yields always come with high risk. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Second, sustainability matters. Real yield comes from real revenue, not subsidies. If a protocol is paying users out of a reserve fund instead of organic earnings, that's a red flag. And third, never put all your eggs in one basket. Diversification is key in crypto, just like in any investment. The collapse of Anchor and Terra was devastating for many investors, but it also served as a wake-up call. Since then, new DeFi projects have been focusing on more sustainable models. Will they succeed where Anchor failed? Time will tell. Now, I want to hear from you. Did you ever use Anchor Protocol? Do you think something like it could work in the future, or was it doomed from the start? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into crypto, DeFi, and the latest in blockchain technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.